after its recent fall to new lows for the year. The commodity is currently on a 4-day winning streak and is on track to hit a 3-week high. Larger than expected drawdowns in US crude oil inventories, as well as forecasts for harsh winter conditions, prompted oil traders to revise their projection targets higher, foreseeing the extension of increased demand for the commodity. At the same time, the prospects for a gradual reopening of China further supported oil prices due to prospects of increased demand levels from the second largest consumer of oil, despite gloomy projections for record-breaking infection cases across highly populated areas. In this report, we aim to shed light on the catalyst driving WTI's price, assess its future outlook, and conclude with a technical analysis. This week, the US crude oil inventories pointed to an increase in oil demand during the past week, as the EIA yesterday reported a larger than expected drop of minus 5.9 million barrels in US inventories, despite expectation for a drawdown of only minus 1.65 million barrels. Furthermore, the API weekly crude oil inventories figure reported on Tuesday also pointed to a drawdown, exceeding estimates by minus 3.1 million barrels for the same period. The expectation was for minus 0.17 million barrels. The unexpected drop of inventories in both readings appears to match the upward trajectory of the commodity's price, seen during this week. The tightness in US crude oil stocks may reflect traders' projections looking ahead of a cold winter. According to weather forecasts, the US has been facing harsh winter conditions, especially in Florida and the southeastern states, where record low temperatures are expected to hit in the coming week. People residing in these regions are set to face major disruptions, as blizzard conditions and freezing winds could trap them inside their homes during Christmas, sheltering themselves ahead of heavy snowstorms. Should hazardous conditions cripple major critical infrastructures in the south, we may see oil prices advancing to higher ground. Lastly, we would note that last Friday, the Baker Hughes oil rig count showed that the number of active oil rigs in the US has dropped by a count of 5, reaching a total of 620, bringing the total of active rigs across the US to 776. China's reopening plans appear well underway as authorities decided to ditch mandate COVID tests and earlier today announced the decision to cut quarantine for overseas travelers entering the country as early as next month. However, forecasts from health organizations within the country noted that, despite the loosening of the tight grip and the gradual easing of the strict zero-COVID policy measures, the country is bound to face record levels of infections as we enter the winter period. More specifically, analysts foresee that Shanghai is estimated to receive a particularly hard blow, with projections pointing out that half of the population would be infected by the end of the month. The figure is estimated in the region of 12 million cases. Moreover, a senior official of the World Health Organization commented yesterday that data tracking the infections does not reflect the full picture, deeming the data out of date or plain unreliable. He later added in China, what's been reported is relatively low number of cases in ICUs, but anecdotally ICUs are filling up, underscoring the contradiction between disclosed information and reality. Should the above scenario come to fruition, we may see authorities reimpose some measure to safeguard their citizens' health, embedding the reopening process and as a result dampen the forecasts for a boost in demand for oil. Nonetheless, at this point in time, reopening hope seems to provide a floor under oil prices and traders appear optimistic about a potential upside for crude's price in the near term, despite the gloomy projections. Thank you for watching.